Hi, so in this video I'm going to introduce you to the concept of functions, alright, and we're going to start off with the most basic concept of functions, which is a function with no input and no output. Now basically what is a function? Alright, so main itself is a function, alright, and it is the starting point for any C program, alright, and functions in C, alright, again in all programming languages we have this concept, some call them functions or modules or subroutines and so on. It's basically a block of code which is written for a specific purpose, alright, and you can call that code whenever you want something to be done, alright. So in order for you to create a function, what you need to do, you need to have a function declaration and a function you need to have a function definition and a function declaration if depending on how you structure your code. Okay, so I'm going to show you a very simple function, which is to just print out some statements. Okay, so for example, here I have this statement, hello world. Okay, I'm just going to add two more statements. Today is a nice day, and see you soon. Okay, so I'm just going to have these three statements, alright, and I'm going to just put a backslash n here and here, alright. So if I run the code as it is, it will print out these three statements. Okay, and let's just assume that I want these three statements to appear at different parts of my code, alright. I can of course copy and paste these three lines again and again in all those places, but what if I have like 10 lines or 15 lines of code that I want to repeat, okay, at different parts of my whole program? Okay, so it is not very efficient to keep doing this copy paste for 15 lines of code, okay, again and again. So what I can do is I can extract out these lines of code and put them into a separate block known as a function. Okay, so for a function you must have a name, so I'm just going to call it display. Okay, and whatever is in the brackets are what we call the input parameters to the function. Okay, for now I'm not going to have any input parameters, so it's going to be empty, alright, and whatever that is in front of the function name is what we call the return of the function. That means what will the function return once I complete. Again, we will come to that in another video. For now, this function is not going to return anything, so I'm going to put void. Okay, and function is written in a similar way to main, where you start off and end with the opening and curly braces. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to extract out these three lines of code, and I'm going to place them here. Alright, now what I need to do now, okay, is to make sure that okay, so now if I run the code, you will see that nothing gets printed out, because as far as any C code is concerned, I always start from main, and currently main is not doing anything. Now I want main to call this function. Now to call this function is just like calling somebody on the phone, correct? How do you call somebody on the phone? Okay, so instead of searching for the number, you already know the name, correct? So you just use the name to call the person. So in the same context, as long as I know the name of the function, I just use the name in the code, alright, and I call the function. So in this case, since the function is called display, when I put display here, okay, with the brackets and the semicolon, I will at this point of time jump to the starting point of display, execute the code of display, and then jump back and continue with main. Okay, so let's see this in action. So if I run it now, you can see that I have three lines of code which are from the display function. Okay, and of course you can call display again and again, okay, and you can call it anytime you like from any other function. Okay, so for example here I can have another printout here. Okay, I can put this attempt 2, for example. Okay, so and then I'm going to call display again. Alright, so I will have display then another one cout over here, and then another display. Okay, so let me run it. Okay, so as you can see, hello world, today is a nice day, see you soon. And then attempt 2 is in the main function, and then I call the display function again to display the 3 lines. So this sort of gives you the idea of why functions are useful, because whenever I have something that I need to be done at different parts of the code, I just need to write it once, and I just need to keep calling the function whenever I want this activity to be performed. Alright, so this is the most basic function, like I said, where you don't have any input parameters and the return is void. Alright, and in the next few videos, we'll be exploring other variations to functions, so you understand how we can grow, alright, and expand on this idea to make functions do a lot more interesting stuff for us. Alright, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.